the right formula. Germany's top post-Schumacher driver on the cusp of a breakthrough season. Worth a try. Asian women joining the Stampede to play rugby for their countries. And is this guy the best Chicago Bulls player since Michael Jordan? A Sudanese superstar making his mark in the NBA. Hi everyone and welcome to Sports World, Al Jazeera's regular look at sport on every continent. I'm Brendan Connor, glad you're along for another show. And we begin with motor racing, and with Michael Schumacher departed from the Formula One scene, Germany is in desperate need of a new star in the sport. With the other Schumacher, Ralph, languishing toward the end of the field with Toyota, all eyes these days are transfixed on Nick Heidfeld in the F1 mad country. The BMW Sauber driver has quietly enjoyed a fine start to the season and is now looking toward the first European Grand Prix in Spain this weekend, as Wayne Hay now reports.
The Formula One podium has been an exclusive club so far this season. The only members, Ferrari and McLaren. But there's another driver banging on the door. In fact, he's banging so loudly, sooner or later they'll have no choice but to let him in. He's Formula One's Mr. Consistency, Nick Heidfeld. The BMW Sauber driver can no longer be considered a dark horse.
After the winter testing, actually a lot of people said we would win races this year, and we were favorites for many people, and actually it's the other way around, that people expect probably a bit too much from us at the moment.
The teams were on the road for the first part of the season, but are now back in Europe getting ready for the Spanish Grand Prix. They'll have had almost a month at their home bases to fine-tune, and the feeling is BMW Sauber could be one of the teams that'll benefit most as they try to build on what's been a very auspicious start. Led by Heidfeld and his promising teammate Robert Kubica, they have a good all-round package and are now third in the Constructors' Championship.
Do you feel for you personally, this team, this setup you've got now with the funding that you've talked about, it's, you know, you've got better funding than you've ever had. Do you feel this is your best chance to get on the podium, win a Grand Prix and then challenge for the championship?
Yes, very clearly it's the best chance I've ever had. I think BMW will be a very successful team. So far everything has gone very smoothly. I think it could get a bit more difficult in the future, but that has to be expected. We just have to learn from that, and it definitely is the best team I've ever been with in Formula One. And our goal is, the team's goal, my goal is to win the World Championship one day. And we cannot achieve that this year, but hopefully in the next couple of years we will fight for wins and maybe even the championship.
The German's also driving for his own future. He's off contract at the end of the year, although it seems certain BMW will be keen to keep him. His team boss has stated he believes Heidfeld will win the World Championship one day. If he does, he may go some way towards emerging from the shadow of his more famous countryman, Michael Schumacher.
It's not important for me. I mean, he achieved 7 World Championships. It's clear that everybody talks about him. It was outstanding what he achieved. And also in Germany people ask that all the time now, but also now my goal isn't to beat the other German guys. I want to beat everybody. I don't really care where they come from.
He may not be accustomed to winning or even finishing among the top 3. In fact, Heidfeld's only enjoyed 5 podium finishes in his career. But he does have experience on his side. You could say he's fast entering the veteran category. He turns 30 this week, having made his debut 7 years ago. And rather than be shut away in the unique and arguably artificial world of Formula One, Heidfeld's team is one of, if not the most active when it comes to getting out and about. They can often be seen taking their cars to the fans, even if that means taking the cars out of their comfort zone.
The most difficult actually was to give the people a good show, because it would have been easy to just cruise around, but that would have been boring for everybody, including me. So switching off the traction control on snow and ice, not knowing exactly what to expect was a bit special, but it worked out quite well.
It's all part of the job, and Heidfeld wouldn't trade it for anything.
I think I also do realize how lucky I am. I mean, there are so many youngsters who start with karting who want to become a Formula 1 driver one day. At the moment, there are only 20 seats available. I have one of those, one of the best cars, and already been there for quite a few years. It's my dream job. It's the best thing in the world I can imagine to do, and on top of that, I get paid, so it's fantastic.
That pay packet may well get a boost soon as he closes in on the podium and that elusive first checkered flag. Wayne Hay, Al Jazeera.
One to watch for sure. Well, this week, two little-known Tahitians are competing against the world's best surfers for honors in the Billabong Pro Surfing Championships. Since this event started in 1996 in Chopu, no Tahitian has ever won the main event, in spite of the fact it's on home turf. Fauzia Ibrahim now profiles this year's Tahitian hopes and their link to the mythical Chopu waves.
This is the face of Tahitian surfing. It may not be the most recognized face on the waves of the world, but in his own way, Manoa Drole is making a big splash.
That's him there, I think. That's him.
The 29-year-old free surfer has battled the barrels of Tahiti's Chopu, ridden waves as high as 10 meters, and lived to tell the tale. His daring adventures earned him a nomination for the 2007 Global Big Wave Awards.
I was kind of worried that at first, when I got to the bottom, I was like, oh, I hope I make it. Then I was just focusing on the ride and trying to make it. And when I made it, I was stoked. But it's, I don't know, it's probably comparable to playing with the bull if you're a toreador or something like that.
Is there anything that goes through your mind when you're in the barrel?
No, you're not really thinking much. You're actually kind of feeling. Like you're feeling the wave, you're feeling your board and the speed. Like usually, like you'd probably have like some fingers dragging on the face of the wave, and like you use all your senses.
Drole's been competing since he was 11, but at 16 he decided to opt out of the World Championship Tour and became a free surfer.
It was hard for me to travel. Like I'd be somewhere and it'd be cold and raining, and I'd see like pictures of my friends here getting like nice waves, like the thing I really like, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I'm not gonna go from airport to airport and surf somewhere I'm not really enjoying,
Kira Terina Tufa, however, has other plans. This 27-year-old Tahitian, known locally as Prince of the Waves, is a wild card regular at the Billabong Pro Surfing competition, but he wants more out of his surfing career.
Would you like to be on tour?
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying.
What is the appeal?
I always wanted to do that when I was a kid, so I'm just gonna keep doing it and pray and hope.
Terina Tufa is just one of many Tahitian surfers who've held their own against the more recognized names like Kelly Slater and Andy Irons. But with surfing in their blood, culture and history, many people in the surfing world are surprised why more Tahitians aren't competing at the big international events.
The main reason was still like we are a little island far from all the big industry of surfing, and over here the life it's kind of expensive too. So for kids to buy or parents to buy a board for a kid, it's really expensive. It's all those things affect the little kids who wants to be a pro surfer. Expensive, far. They don't want to leave Tahiti because it's so beautiful over here. They don't want to go surf cold water.
And it's competitions like the Billabong Pro Surf that help local surfers achieve their dreams. For 2 weeks every year, top Tahitian surfers get to show off their talent in the international spotlight, hoping to attract other big sponsors.
That's the only chance they have to go away, because the local sponsor, they not really want to put much money when for people to go outside because they don't have the promotion of their company on the outside. We keep trying to talk with the government for a long time now, and it's just starting that the government starting to help us a little bit more and more.
There is going to be world-class athletes, and mark my words, these boys and girls surfers from here, or men and women, put it whichever way you wish, are world-class surfers. There's no doubt about that. And once the government recognises that, and once they can assist them in some way, this country is a force.
In the last 7 years, 9 Tahitians have qualified for the Billabong Pro Surfing competition at Chopu. They all credit the magnificent waves found at the end of this sleepy fishing village. Over the last decade, Chopu has risen to rival Hawaii's legendary Bonsai Pipeline as the temple of surfing. And any surfer worth his wax knows it isn't easy to tame Chopu.
Without doubt, it's the gem in our whole WCT campaign. The power of it, the fear, the love-hate relationship that surfers have with it, that all adds to that word mystique.
Chopo is also a perfect wave. 9 wave out of 10 is good. So if you make the drop, the takeoff, you stand on your board and you at the bottom and you can go and it's fine, you know.
I think the Tahitian surfer used to surf the perfect waves all the time compared to other countries. That's all about a Tahitian. Warm water, perfect waves, and just nice and surfing all day.
Fauzia Ibrahim, Chopu, Tahiti.
Some great images there, certainly. We'll be back with more of Sports World after the break. You're watching Al Jazeera.